So it's Friday, turned into a busy little week. Got the little festival in now. So I think we had a very, very quick little look at this. Oh, we've got cleaning going on in there. Cleaning going on. We're going to possibly not get to have a proper look in that, but that's a nice little van. We did have a very sneaky peek look at that one. Isabel's just done some pictures on this one, and a lot of the vans you'll notice as we go round, they're all basically on the Alco chassis. So Alco pretty much do 99% of the chassis for the Caravans, but you'll find a few Caravans that have actually got Winterhoff hitches, which are completely different to Alco. So we're going to have a look at a Winterhoff hitch, because I got asked a question about Winterhoff, somebody that was having problems, and it's not normally the actual hitch that's the issue, it's just not knowing how to use it properly. So that's something we're going to look at. So lovely little 4-berth, this one, side dinette, bunk bed. Those cushions look like brand new, don't they? I reckon they've been covered.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
That little coachman, I think they've been covered as well. So that's a nice little one. We've got another 2011 8495.
Crikey,
Just
that's
under,
a good price, isn't
just
it?
under 1,500 kilos maximum, and 1331 as it stands there now. 7.25 metres from very, very front to very, very back, and it's got a motor mover.
That really goes against your 2011 11
Yeah,
grand.
it should be 11 grand, shouldn't it?
Yeah,
Bargain.
cheap as chips, that
Bargain.
is.
So again, prices now have pretty much levelled out. They are pretty much what they're going to be. I don't think, it's not as though things aren't selling, so prices aren't going to come crashing down. Things have just levelled out, but again, things can change quite quickly. It's been a busy time again, and again, if we can keep the nice weather going, even these rainy days, as long as we've got a bit of sunshine, you forget about the rain, don't you? So, and it's actually been too hot. We were moaning that it wasn't sunny enough, then it was too hot, and then it was too wet, so we just like to moan.
Yeah, we'll be moaning whatever the weather.
Yeah. So again, another one out on the year and the price. 2023, 19,995. 1,445 kilograms maximum on this one. So
Gosh, that's good, isn't it?
And 20 grand, call it 20,000. So really, really nice one. This one, really, really nice. We have just purchased another Coachman VIP 575, but a 15, so a little bit older, which will be a real nice price range van. We've got another little Sprite Alpine 2 that we've just bought, which we've actually got a Sprite Alpine 2, we might look at that. And then there's a couple of nice twin axles. So we've got another Bailey Messina coming in, so that's the one with the twin axle island bed at the back. And I'm trying to think what else, another little side dinette, so another little Swift that's similar to that Bailey over there. So nice few vans coming through. There's another one that we're looking on Sunday that's just come in, and we might look at, there's a few little jobs that we want to do on that just to tart it up a bit. We want to tart it up, so we might probably not get to actually look at what we're going to do on that. It's only just sort of superficially bits, but if I'd have got the time, that would have been an ideal video. But we've still got the new sort of workshopy bit going up, which I've not done much on because it's been too hot or it's been too wet, and I've been moaning about it.
The upholstery is nice in this. Is this standard?
Yeah, so
really
that is the standard upholstery in this one. So this wasn't a special edition, so it was just a standard upholstery. But yeah, looked really nice. You'd have sort of, from that, you'd have said that might have been a special edition. Yeah. So as I say, we've got a 2015 version.
Oh, you got a sale on this one
coming in. Oh yeah, 18,995. So the 15 will be cheaper than this one. Get that off there. So yeah, the 15 will be a little bit cheaper.
Well, it could do with a bit of a hoover out, this one.
Yeah, it's got a few leaves in. Like normally we've been trying to leave the doors open, but it's been so windy that the bloody
leaves
have been filling up with the leaves. So yeah, so yeah, another one of these, basically the same coming in, but just a little bit lesser price because it's a little bit older. I can't think what difference. We'll have a look at it next week because it should be here for next week. Again, most of what we've looked at are on the Alco chassis. Eldest used to be on Alco chassis, on Winterhoff chassis, which is where the blue hitch comes in, but they even swapped over to the Alco chassis. So you'll notice on the newer Elvises they've got the Alco hitch on there. But down here we have got one with...
Look at all those leaves, talking about leaves.
I think it's been trying to clean those out. We have got one with the Winterhoff hitch.
An Eldis.
An Eldis, yeah. It's got the Winterhoff. How do you think to the new layout?
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
Different.
Blends around quite well.
I don't know whether about the motorhomes stuck up the back there. I feel like they should be centre stage.
Being further down, possibly. So again, we're going to have another jig round because we've got quite a few that are sold that we've got to get out. So as they come out, and we'll redo the pitch round again.
This is in the wrong place by this road.
Yeah, I did this last week actually, and I ended up moving from the road.
Yeah.
So to put your hitch lock, if you've got a hitch lock on these, this handle has to go down. So ideally, you need a ball to be able to put into there. But if you haven't got the ball, what you can do is push this up to make it think. You're going to trick it to make it think.
You're not going to get your fingers trapped there, are you?
Possibly. You've got to make it think that you've got a ball in here. So I don't know whether you can get this on the camera. Can you get the camera into here? Right at the middle here, you've got like a fork sort of a thing. So that bit there, when you put the ball in, is what releases the handle, and the handle can then go down. So if you haven't got a ball, that's what, I don't know whether you can see it, it's more this way up that you need to look at it. So like that, yeah, probably like that. So it's this bit here, can't feel it again now, that bit there that needs to push up. And what will happen is as you push that up, which if you've got the little ball for the lock, that's what you're trying to push up. So you do need to put a little bit of force on it, but if you haven't got one, you can use your finger. So that goes up, and then if you watch the handle now, that will release that handle to come down, and then you can put the lock onto there, and that'll lock the lock into place. And then to release that, to come back off the car, make sure that you've not got any weight on the jockey wheel. So what you want to do then is on this, you'll see as I bring it to there, the sort of, see that movement there, and this has got to sort of go upwards to the sky. And it's quite difficult when there's no tow ball actually on there to demonstrate, but that bit of movement there that you can sort of see is what you've got to do to be able to release this off the car. And if you haven't sort of done that movement and then lifted it up, it won't come up, it'll stick onto the tow ball.
So there's a knack to it, basically.
So yeah, it's just knowing how to do it. But the other thing that can stop that, even if you've got the knack, if you've put too much weight on the jockey wheel and now it sort of is forced onto that tow ball, that won't release up. So you need to make sure you've got no weight on the jockey wheel. Do that, get that right fully forward like it is, and then wind it off the car. Because if you haven't done that, that is not going to release off the tow ball. Yeah. So, and that's where everyone sort of has the issues with the tow ball and coming off there. Little VW, that's gone. I think one of the other campers has gone. So again, the campers have been slow to sort of get going this year. They've been a bit slower than normal, but they are picking back up again now. The one that's just come in part exchange, so this has got a few little sort of dints and dents. It's nothing major. It's actually all fiberglass, so these sort of aren't going to leak and it's not going to cause you a major issue. We might try and get round to doing those, I'm not 100% sure, but that is a cracking layout. That's a really, really good layout and a really good price range van for somebody that isn't bad at all. We may end up, if we don't do that, we may reduce it a little bit and sort of sell it as it is, but it's got a nice big island bed at the back, and then it's got the side washroom, so ideal to put onto a site and leave it onto a site. Nice washroom as I say on the side. So again, just a bit cheaper cheaper, cheerful van. It was pretty good on the damp, so it's all nice and solid. No major readings or anything anywhere, and it's gone through. And he has got a full damp report as well for it.
Nice big kitchen, isn't it?
Yeah, huge. Little dint on the worktop, and it looks like the dog's tried to chew the unit at the front.
Dog's been lying there just having a nibble on both sides.
I think so. Which is why I'm sort of in between of, do we bother doing the bits on the outside, or do we go, actually let's not add any cost to it, let's make sure it owes us the right sort of money, we can sell it back out at the right sort of money, and it's a cheap little van for somebody, and again people can then do the work themselves, and it's not added a load of cost to it. So
have you got it on sale now?
No, not really. So
okay.
Again, I think they've only just picked up their part exchange, and then we need to evaluate and see how much it's going to cost us to do all the jobs and whether that's worth it. But my instinct is sort of saying, sell it as it is.
Because the trouble is, if you do the front and you put the price up, then they'll come along and go, oh, what about the worktop, and then what about that worktop? And
so it's difficult. That's what our issue is on the older vans, is how do you price it? How do you do it where you've not spent sort of £3 on it, and you've gone, actually, we can't actually even sell it for what we've paid for it now. Whereas somebody can do the jobs, it's not going to cost them a huge amount of money to do the jobs, and then if they're happy with sort of that little dint, they're happy with that worktop.
That'd be quite easy to fill, wouldn't it, for somebody? Yeah,
and again they do the laminate worktop filler stuff that you could probably fill that in with. So again, it's sort of it's one of those that it doesn't make sense for us to spend a load of money on this sort of thing. So we'll see. Keep an eye again if you're interested in that.
There's a little hole in the top of the button there. What's that?
So that is just that the unit's actually worn through.
Off.
Yeah. So again, that's quite common.
Daft, isn't it, as well?
So, but again, it's not a bad little van. A few little dents. I think it's 2009. So yeah, nice van. The big Carthago. This is a nice big A class. So this was 3,750 kilos. And we kept looking at the upholstery in this. It smells all nice, doesn't it?
Still smell lovely, doesn't it? Because it was redone, wasn't it? Not so long ago.
That had the upholstery done. But yeah, very, very nice. Manual 6-speed. Nice big fixed bed at the back, and then it's got the washroom in the middle here that can sort of shut off so that you've got a separate shower and toilet in the middle for the back or for the bed, and again you've got the drop down bed at the front. So that's the washroom. Nice big sort of separate shower and toilet. The screens will come across to make that properly separate shower and toilet. Nice kitchen unit, coffee machine. So yeah, nice. 3,750 though, that is the weight on that one. So if you passed your test after 97, you've got to take a separate licence to be able to drive this. 63,995. Nice big A class. It's not actually that big. Just a sensible.
Because it can be downgraded, can't it? It's not the weight that it is because it's big, is it?
Yeah, no. Again, got quite a few waiting to go out, and services and sold, and so we're on to a good few weeks actually now again if you buy something to actually be able to pick it up. So we've got 2 of these. So we've got one here now, and we've just bought another one. So again, 2017 Sport Alpine 2.
Smells nice in here.
Again, what's the price on that? 12,995.
Gosh, yeah.
So again, 2017 doesn't mean it's 17 grand.
No.
So again, we've moved away from that sort of theory. 1,186 kilograms maximum, and 1,065 as it stands here now. So a really nice little lightweight 2-berth.
Is the other one you bought the same age, or?
Yeah, 2017. So again, nice little van. They normally sell pretty well as well, being a nice lightweight 2-berth. I think a good pull on those.
Just magnetic.
Yeah, just a magnetic.
I don't like to force them in case they're a little latch.
So on Sunday's video, we are going to, I've already sort of said the market is pretty good, but look at what potentially is going to happen And we get asked a lot, when's the best time to buy? Are you going to get busier now? Are you going to get more stock in now? Is it sort of over the winter the time to buy? And we've moved away from sort of the market how it was, and we've moved back into this new sort of normal market. So things have changed, things have evolved. So we're going to look into that in a little bit more detail on Sunday's video and just see what is actually going on with the market and how we're finding things ourselves. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you've got the Winterhoff hitch, that's just give you a little bit of an insight into how you can get the lock onto that and how that works. And again, that sort of came from me saying about the services. Make sure you put your lock on there if you go to the service station. We're also going to touch on the Bluetti. So just a bit of more information, just a few questions that have arisen from that video that we did a while ago. If you've not seen that video, it's popping up now. And then, yeah, we'll see you on Sunday. Thanks for watching on Mark at the Caravan Place, and we'll see you then.